Hi everyone. We'll be starting shortly. I'm getting everything set up and then we'll be good to go. Okay, that's all good. That's good. Connection seems stable on my front. So I think we begin. Hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of the Wright Trilogy. Last time we had actually managed to begin Mia's first case, where we ended up finding out that she was going against someone that was, she ended up going against Edgeworth as a prosecutor when he first started. He had such a baby face. He was also really extravagant in what he wore, like more so than his more modern wear, I guess. So that was interesting. But anyway, we ended up having to defend a guy who had been an escaped convict and a police officer who had been killed. We ended up finding out that one of the people that was there, a witness, seems to be similar, if not exactly the same character from the first case we had in this game, where the redhead, she has a different name here, which is making me wonder if she doesn't have a real name, if she keeps making up new ones, or what. I don't know. But yeah. There's that, and we are now in the second day or second part of the trial where we have to try and catch her out and see what happens with that. But for the moment, let me just bring this up. That's as far as we got. So, without further ado, let us begin today's stream. God. While we're waiting for this, like I think I ate something weird. Like I think one of the nuts in the peanut butter I had was like off or something because it tasted weird as hell. Like to the point of being disgusting, essentially. I don't know why. The rest of it was fine. It was just that one part. It had a bad nut. Okay, showing up on there. Someone's picked up. Finish this. Yep. I think we are good to go. I don't see anything at fault. So let's go. Turnabout beginnings. 1-2 trial. I don't think this has any investigations because it's a Mia trial, but February 16th, 1:14 p.m. Mr. Falls like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Immediately started. I want to say thanks, you're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we gotta get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that police woman anyway? Motive, huh? She was bored. Time for justice. Yes. Welcome, Sean. Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I do nothing. I ain't killed nobody. You never lie. Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Then why didn't you bring that up before? That would have helped. Sorry, buddy. You sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. It's the flashback again. Shut up, come closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get that chance. Oh, a different angle. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I couldn't understand why she did it. Wrong. No protect sister. That'll betray me, betray us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend. My love. My teen angel. Oh, that's kind of creepy when you say it like that. Ugh. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen too many soap operas. I mean... I think well, how old is he? 25, so he would have been 20. Just says deceased, doesn't say age. So... yeah, she would be sort of like in her mid-teens, like 15, 16. Like, come on, man! Then this game has problems with that anyway. Which age differences. I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia family rich. Jewelry's business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. That diamond looks like it's been pre-cut and put in a rock. That looks wrong. Looks cool though. We tell him Valerie make transfer case cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia. She jump in river. Wait, why'd she jump? Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? That's what I'm thinking. I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I black out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when you decided to give up the death sentence. Well, they gave you the death sentence, to be sure. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. She betrayed everyone. I'm fed up with this world. It's becoming the room now. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all. So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are all tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls. Where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day on bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. They never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. Oh, Jesus, man. You're a 6-year difference. You were legal, she was not. 14? I guess you were rubbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man, angels these days. Falls takes the fall. Oh, that's what his name means. Terry Falls. He's the fall guy. And gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kitten. Looks like we got a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. Diamond edge to the court record. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. February 16th, 149. I gotta get the Scottish back. Oh, now then. Let's continue the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. The witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. A motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence on the motive? Yes, of course, I think. Still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is a mark of a pro, and also of lying to yourself. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course. Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. Don't like him. I'd like to say something. I'm still in Scotland. Scottish. Get out of the Scotlands. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why. I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You are such an honest and upstanding young lady. I'm Looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are the darkest for her, click, and she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. Melissa Foster's history. I was out in the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have a reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing the murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. We'll use a nail gun. Put her the evidence next to her. Just nail it to her. See? She's right next to it. So, what country are you living in, then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed... It was a brutal civil war. She had to try and make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. Of course you didn't. What kind of sub-story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details? Press harder. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in?
Objection!
Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. Did they not run background checks on their witnesses or even ask the LD? ID? Apparently not. What we're here to evaluate is whether the witness has any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never know Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what he just stated to the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. You didn't know either person? Are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing with everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it was really a coincidence. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do sort of like a digger of sorts. Oh, but Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there with one of the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college?
Objection!
The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she's a material witness for a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious intent. All she asked was that, what college did you go to? Why are you being so rude? No, it's just a general question. Thank you. She's really gone too far. Miss Fair, you're treading on thin ice here. Hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Fair, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time, an officer showed her the photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's handbook. That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot that poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? Have it added. Your Honor, what the witness just said now was tremendously important. I'd like to add it to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objections. After all, the defendant is a killer and mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not what I... Enough. A witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. How'd you know it was a white scarf? Brum, brum, brum. I'm gonna save though, because I only have a slither, and if I get this wrong, I'd have to reload everything. Objection! Witness, I want you to try and look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But certainly it does not look white to me. Oh. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because... Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Falls' instruction to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. She just throws up. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, I've been waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't linked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew that were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerio Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one other person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. She's like, yep. Yes, I have. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Bam, 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 bam. Hang on there, kitten. What is it, Mr. Armando? Here, I made some special cafe con leche for you. I put in plenty of sugar. Drink it up before it gets cold. Don't be shy. Why are you doing this? Your brain needs stimulation. Drink some of this and then think it over again. Listen, keep messing up like that or you're going to get the judge mad. Miss Faye, don't just stand there casually drinking coffee. God damn it. That's enough. This court sees no reason to prolong the trial, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, being stopped to show evidence makes it so that it's angry. Well, I guess it's the other one then. Skip, 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 skip. Skip. Bling, bling. Skip, skip, skip. Bap, 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 bap. Thank God for this skip button. Just, I hate that I have to wait for animations to be done to do it. Okay, let's save here so if I make a mistake again, I don't have to go through the whole thing. Okay, fine, it's this person. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I'd never heard of that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. There is her name, right there. What's this? Who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's sister, deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean? Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. He was on the right track, but in the game we haven't established if Dahlia is still alive or not. Yeah, pretty much. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. Well, what happens when a missing person shows up then? Oh, she was declared 5 years ago. Oh wait, she's back. She's still dead. Screw you. You don't get to come back to life. Die. That's what it feels like when that statement. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Mr. Foster, I believe it's the same age you are. Even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying... Wow, we flubbed him up. But I am. Precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. It happened a lot during the World Wars. Yeah, I guess, but... This girl is in fact Dahlia Hawthorne. What? I can't do Scottish scream. Nice work. That's like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ones together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand, I think. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now this is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm like a child. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, please explain yourself. This is the most entertaining gameplay of Ace Attorney I've seen. Well, thanks, Flamingo. Welcome. I'll accept that as I'll take that praise. Thank you. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter further. You don't mean? Yes, the prosecution office isn't filled with fools, you know. I beg to differ. There are so many fools in there. You just need to walk in and you walk into one. And naturally, we conducted full background checks on all of our witnesses. There you go, Sean. Apparently they do. What did he say? Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If you haven't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was more testimony. Or her testimony. So he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of a victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder? Really, Miss Faye? I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let's take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost someone, or something, much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Huh. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to witness evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict. Objection! I think we've all heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Makes you think they're empty, boy. Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. You're younger than she is, shut up. This coming from someone younger than me. And now then, let us not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motives would this witness have for murdering her sister, Valley Hawthorne? No! No! Oh, I did it again! Fuck! I keep doing that. I keep presenting instead of swapping. God damn it. I present my badge. What is this? Is this defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye. Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? What is your point in swearing stereotype to stereotype? Skip. Guilty. Just imagine that one time actually showing your badge is actual evidence. Like, it actually proves a point. You're like, wait a minute, it was you. Well, time to present this again. Recommended a streamer decided to put it on the background. Oh, that's nice. I'm actually surprised I got recommended. That's great.
Objection! Objection!
Super invested though. Oh, that's good. Skip.
Objection!
Skip. Yeah, we know that Mr. Edgeworth is a douchebag that hides information for his own gain.
Objection! Objection!
Bam, slam. The amount of slams and objections were in this one scene. Oh man. Right, save. So then I don't lose all that progress again. Yes. Could've. The rock. What is this? I guess I got the wrong one. It's not the rock then, okay. I guess it would be this, because it would be... Yeah, because it's about the whole truth. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her that she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia left. Felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Fay. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Fay. What was so secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia, Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony, even though I don't like you. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us more, my little maple leaf? Oh, God. Why does it have to get more creepy? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fair. Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. How about you shut up and let me do my job? Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. We're not allowed to fight, then we just let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping was 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'll do anything she says, anything Dolly says. What are you saying is that you kidnapped 5 years ago was planned by... Yes, me, Dahlia is Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. 5 years ago. Definitely want to save here. Because I'm wondering if it's got the, it was only a few minutes ago, yeah. I wonder if it's going to be a case of, like, I can't press too hard on things or something. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him? Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? Have you met the guy? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It's still just uncut. So it was about the size of a pint of milk. A pint of milk? That's huge! Oh! A $2 million pint of milk? I don't know what I think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there in the mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he had been followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, it was ensuring his safety. I just had deja vu. I don't know why, I feel like I've been here before, like in a stream. Although, I think that was a dream, because I remember being, like, stabbed or something, so... maybe that wasn't real. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right, it was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. He was to save me. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin? Oh. And in the next instant... Whee! I went for a swim. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And just one little shove from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes, I only told my sister. Barry Hawthorne, eh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has declared for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She knew she was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. It's the moment of truth for this witness too. Once the truth about the staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will really know how much of a Jezebel she really is. We've just got to prove that kidnapping was a hoax. Right, so... maybe this one? Wait a minute. Because she mentioned trying to turn around and run away, but they would know that the bridge was done because the guy said that the bridge was broken back then too. I was right, I guess. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, you would have fallen onto the rocks, yeah. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level of the river might have been much higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? I don't know how to make that noise. Ooh. You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness had testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, that would put her fallen her into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you've given me a way out, yes. I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. I'm still doing Scottish. Stop it, me. You can't be serious. Order in the court. seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection!
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Mrs. Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning means something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I am forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. I really wish I could save here. R. Keep from custody. Harry's younger sis, victim of the kidnapping murder, fell from the bridge, no body found. What exactly am I looking for? Is it the map again? Have a look at the photo with Falls on. This one? Oh, because the bridge thingies are too high, so she couldn't have fallen off. I've forgotten what they're called. The not the banisters, the side ropes. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. Good point, Sean. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone up from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this would be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over with one arm.
Objection!
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Ah! And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Ugh. These noises. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Oh! Order, order! What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Why did he roar like a lion? What? That was a weird sound effect. What? Indeed. What do you mean by such ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. He had a gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into the raging river like that would have been suicide.
Objection!
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what is it? What is so important that she'd want to jump into the river? You stupid woman! You're making me look like a fool! I'm just imagining, like, Edward just having a tantrum at some point. The witness is still alive. The fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the river. The diamond! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. $2 million, she was going to keep it for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. The amount of times we've seen this freaking scene, at the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order, order, order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 40-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? I'll say yes. The one where they show her jumping off the bridge or something. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Objection!
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. That is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her that what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices into the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. I'm sorry, I probably ruined it, but yeah. Who is that? Who's laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You could certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that. Well, Miss Fay, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fay, are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proofs of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems this has come to the end, even though it's quite obvious that the person is acting completely different, where it usually means that they're going to reveal the hidden truth. We'll just give up. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? That you can just forget everything else, screw the courts, make your own rules? That's what it's all about. For example, even there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Was disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person who's left to testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is that one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? I guess it would be Terry Falls himself. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. I mean, the defendant is probably one of the first people you should listen to get their point, and then you can compare it against others. But whatever. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. Or whatever it is, in fact, her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And to that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Oh, why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Don't do Wiki. Okay, I was gonna say, if you do it to be continued, I'd be annoyed. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been set up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. You were used for $2 million. That, no, true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want to answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or Dahlia? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised me never, ever betray each other. Oh, God. I was about to read it in his voice, to be honest. I'm going to drink quick. Terry. Dahlia. It's true. You're alive. Don't you trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth. Tell the real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's only one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Leah. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness. Gah! I'm sorry. I apologize. Water, please. Water. Can't talk. Need water. Oh well, I guess it will have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. He's gotta have a big mouth to put that ball in his mouth. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. She left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would... Oh, that's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the trial, the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think. Thanks for the vote of confidence there. Save. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining. I already docked too. Waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Falls? Eagle Mountain. That spot. Strong memories. Why did he just climb up? Could it be He's hiding something here?
Hold it!
You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. Sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye.
Hold it!
You were watching the car? That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody can come over from there. So, I was watching car. What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction? I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. And no one lives there. There's a small shrine up in the mountains, but that's about it. Anyway, nobody came, no car, no nothing.
Hold it!
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lied. It's truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Sorry, I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
Hold it!
What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls. Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with the answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. You just saw that she isn't dead. After Barry talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for.
Hold it!
How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time and sunset that day was at 5 o'clock. It could have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman. It wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you could show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. Okie dokie. So she mentioned that it was the first one and the second one. In front of bridge. But then there's a photo of him being on the bridge. Did he just literally go, oh, let's do talk on the bridge?
Addicted!
Okay. I'm not going to bother going through that because it's obviously wrong. Maybe here?
Addicted!
It is here. Okay, so I just put it on the wrong one. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? What? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale of this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo, it's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first was the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Bleh. Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up, we just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, there's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we would betray each other. Why is he suddenly speaking in, like, full sentences? She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under a base of tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. Oh, it's the necklace from the first case. Well, the first case of this game. Which would be the second case for this one. This little bottle on the necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls? That's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle... No, stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So when I did it, I drank this. No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was gonna prove you innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls! Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Mr. Falls! I can't do that scream. I'm sorry, that's probably ruined it, but... And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that's cut so deep into my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Literally showed that she poisoned someone. Literally, she literally got someone poisoned by giving them a necklace that had poison in it, which killed the guy. How do you not suddenly try and investigate that? You just went, oh, he died. Let's just give up then. Let her grow. It's fine. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando. You were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew it wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. He's such a fucking badass. God damn it. Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Turnabout Beginnings, the end. Yeah! The best case! The best case for this game, or at least one of them. Turnabout Beginnings. The brand new episode has been unlocked. Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. Yes, I want to save. Oh boy, I told you that one was dark, well, didn't I? Literally, someone dies on screen for the first time, and I think in this game. I think it's the only time that happens. Don't tell me. Hold on a minute. I don't know if this is an actual thing that just happened. Are we back? Did you guys miss everything? I need to check that. One moment. Okay, I need to know, how much have you missed or seen? Okay, you've seen everything. Okay. I guess I just lost connection to like the chat because it wasn't updating. The last thing I saw was when Flamingo said 14-year-olds are cruel, and then you replied with, "Indeed, Sean." That's the last thing I saw. So if there's been anything else after that, yeah. Sorry, I haven't been seeing it. Oh, well, at least it was going fine still. But yeah, it's really dark. Again, it's the first time that a character had died on screen like that. So, Jesus. Just think about it. We're literally setting up this character for like three parts, or 2 parts in this case, compared to like Von Karma, who just shows up at the end, or was there I don't think there was a major one in the second one. I was wondering why you weren't spawning. Yeah, sorry about that. But yes. And now we know that this Dahlia Hawthorne is a real evil person. Who might be dead now. I think she got the death penalty because, you know, she killed, like, what? She killed 3 people by this point. She killed her sister. She killed her ex-boyfriend. And then she killed her other ex-boyfriend. And then she tried to kill Phoenix. So it was purely because Phoenix was just so stupid that she was able to be caught. It's a game-long villain rather than just a case villain. Yeah. Which I think is why she's probably one of the better built-up ones. Because I think this is the only time it does it. So it's great. I like it. But let's go on to the next case. Ooh, it's that statue again. And a foot! Shishishito, the Treasure Kurain village. The heirloom, whose name means seven-branch sword. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to one end, one merciless point, where everyone just dies for some reason. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed, there's someone dead! The illusion is revealed and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. This was a cool song. Like, what the hell? That was new. February 6th, 9:48. So the first case for Mia was in February, and the next case for Phoenix is also in February. Is this fate? She's just sleeping. Oh, she's just pining for the fjords. Hey, Nick. Yeah, what is it? You know how I got spectral powers, unlike you? Sure. You are a spirit medium after all. And hey, I have some powers. Like, apparently I can speak to your sister, or at least hear her at times when you're not around. But just like you, if I don't keep my powers sharp, they're gonna get dull, right? I guess so, yeah. Glad you agree. Okay, Pearly, you're up. Girls. So, that's why we need to go on this special spiritual hotspot tour, Mr. Nick. Huh? I'm lost. What's this magazine you're shoving in my face? It's the New Year's issue of Oh Cult! Winter Spiritual Location Special. Oh, Pearls looks happy. I would love to see her 4 kids jump to this game. That would be crazy. Maximize your spiritual powers with just one night of intensive training. Oh, it sounds too good to be true. I'll say, it sounds more like a scam to me. There's a spiritual retreat called Hazakura Temple. It's way up in the mountains and I bet it feels nice and cold. It's just perfect for training. Now I definitely don't want to go. You know, I think I've heard of this temple before. It's a famous channeling dojo. It's hard for even real spirit mediums like us to make reservations up there. Reservations? For a temple? Are you serious? Don't worry, I've already made special reservations just for us. Yeah! And I just signed up for the special course. That's nice, and the timing couldn't be better. Since we don't have a case right now anyway. Alrighty then, it's settled. Well, come on, don't just stand there, start packing your stuff. Yeah, Mr. Nick. You better start packing your stuff. Huh? Me? Why do I have to go? Well, you have to be accompanied by someone over 20 years old. Aren't you 20 yet? No, you're 19. I thought you were in your 20s at least by now. Hey, I don't have anything to do with spirit power. The only thing I can channel is a TV. That's actually a good pun. Okay. So, is there a heated pool at this Hazakura temple? No, but you can stand under a freezing waterfall. Sorry, but I think I'll pass. I hate cold places. What? No way. How can you be so selfish? How can I be so selfish? You literally signed me up for something I didn't want to do. That's you being selfish for your benefit. Come on, Mr. Nick. Look at this place. Doesn't it look beautiful? Nope, not going. I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to be nice and toasty at home. What the? What is it, Mr. Nick? Let me see that magazine. Oh. This nun. She's very short. Is she a friend of yours or something, Mr. Nick? Or Mr. Nick. You're Maya, so you're just saying Nick. This girl. It's... My name is Holly Adolfo. Oh. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. This is a flashback, so I'm fine doing whatever voice for these. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? You disgust me. But it can't be. She was found guilty and she should still be in prison. Or dead. Mr. Nick? I'll go. Huh? Hazakura Temple. I said I'll go. Yay! Isn't that great, Pearly? Yes, oh thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, right? Even walk over burning coals, right? Oh, Colt added to the court record. Dahlia Hawthorne. I knew there was no way she could possibly be at that temple, but I just had to see for myself. Wait, what? But I just had to BC for myself. I think that's a typo. What's BC mean? Who's this nun? Who this nun really was? Oh. Got a snowmobile. This snow looks very fluffy. February 7th, 3:24. Hazakura Temple main gate. Oh boy, more Japan stuff. Ugh, it's so cold here, Nick. Maybe you should put on something warmer for a change. Well, is it supposed to be cold? It's training, right? Achoo! Her teeth are chattering so loudly, it's all I can do to make out what she's saying. Wow, Mystic Maya. So this is the famous Hazakura Temple. Pearly. Achoo! I don't know whose voice this is. Well. Oh, okay. I guess I could try to do like a old voice. I don't know how to do that. How nice to you to be that. How nice to see you here. Welcome to our temple. Oh, thank you. Achoo! Actually translated the sign to English, but then decided to keep it Japanese translation rather than English one. I mean, yeah, it would make more sense. It'd be weird seeing an English translated like sign on Japanese pagodas and stuff. Oh, my. Thank you for coming all this way. Come now. You must be cold. What's with the past tense? We're freezing into human popsicles as we speak. Well, we're high up in the mountains after all. In any case, we shouldn't speak here. Please follow me inside. Thank you. I was starting to think I would Oh, yes. I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm the head nun here at the temple. My name is Bikini. Oh, okay. Bikini? Oh, that's right. Actually, that's my temple name. What do you think? It's a tradition to have one. I wanted something that was a nice image for it. So I thought, why not choose Bikini? Besides, it makes me seem young. Sure, I guess. She's so jiggly. It certainly does. Oh, I signed up for your special course. Well, my. Quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one of those you channel. Reckless? Wahaha! Maybe you should take it easy tonight, Mystic Maya. You can come back another day. But you went through all that trouble to get reservations for me. Yes, that's right. You've come all this way, so please enjoy yourselves. There's still time before supper, so why don't you take a look around? No clues here. What do you think, Nick? Pretty awesome gate, huh? It sure is. Looks pretty well maintained, too. This thing kind of pulls your hometown to shame, Maya. Yeah, well, a lot of things have happened to Karain Village. We used to be a lot richer. We used to be a lot richer back when people hired us to perform channelings. Oh, I see. But now the place looks a bit run down. I guess I was just born in the wrong time. Snowmobile! Oh, look, it's one of those snow motorcycle things. Most people call them a snowmobile, you know. Snow motorcycle things. Snowmobile. Snowmobile. The same thing. Too bad we didn't invite Desiree. I bet she could race like the wind on this snowmobile. Maybe she'd give me a ride on this blow snowmobile. I told you, it's snowmobile. She's so angry about her mispronunciations. Looks like the main hall where they will be staying tonight. From here, it looks like one of those ice hotels you always hear about. You gotta have a heater or something in there, don't you think? I don't want to die. I'm not worried. I brought my hot water bottle, which is enough to survive winter like this. Did you bring one for me? What are you talking about, Nick? Who carries around 2 water bottles? Who carries around 1? If the cold doesn't kill me, the ice queen over here will finish the job. Oh, look, it's a cute little bell tower. It's a bell tower. I wouldn't say it's cute, though. I absolutely love the design of the sound of the giant bell. Oh, so which you like better, that or the sound of money? Sorry, but I'll take money for the win, Nick. What are you apologizing for? I think that's everything. There's a side door here. It's no wonder Wright kicked her out after this game. Yeah, she couldn't keep everything warm. Oh, by the way, I'm a defense attorney. Here you go. Do you think you can take a look at this? I may not look like it, but I can tell you I'm pretty much in demand. To be quite honest, I'm finding this a little difficult to say. What is she trying to say, Mr. Nick? I think she's trying to say that she's busy. But seriously, Nick, what's the deal? Nothing has even happened yet, and you're already showing evidence into people's faces? Please forget about work and relax a little. Try to have some fun, Mr. Nick. Yeah, you're right. Sure, pin the hypothermia on the lawyer is great fun. But I just wanted to show my badge. Man, I can't show anyone anything. You know about this person? Fine, I guess I won't talk to you about that then. Tell me about the dojo. So what's a channeling dojo anyway? Oh my. You don't even know that. Forgive him, sister, for he knows not what he... Well. Just call me Bikini and forget the sister part. The channeling dojo is basically a spirit power training ground. We have special holy items prepared here to help people boost their spirit power. Holy items? If you train an entire evening surrounded by these items... Ah, it's quite mysterious. The spiritual power of these items seem to envelop you. Wow, she really must have just gotten off the trolley from the land of make-believe. So what exactly is this special... You must be incredibly devoted to be interested in that at such a young age. It's training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant a spell. 30,000 times, all while being showered in freezing cold spirit water. Eh? It's February now, right? You have to be careful this time of year. If you don't watch it, you'll catch pneumonia or maybe even die of hypothermia. Just be careful. Here? How am I supposed to be careful? Oh no. I know I shouldn't have signed Mystic Maya up for this. Well, Maya's dead. One less person to feed. Sister, about this picture. Well, look at that. I must say I look rather divine here, don't you think? You're barely in frame. Oh, yeah, unforgettable in every way. You mean it? Oh, I knew it. The makeup was pretty tough, but Iris helped me out. Iris? The cute little girl in the photo. She looks just like me, doesn't she? We're just a small temple here, so she and I run the entire place. Really? That kind of sounds like fun. Sorry to cut in, but... This Iris, where is she right now? Oh, just listen to you. You haven't come all the way up here just to find a girlfriend, have you? No. That's not what I had in mind at all. Anyway, Iris is in the inner temple preparing for this evening. Inner temple? Yes, that's right. Iris will be back this evening. Why don't you go have a look at the main hall for now? So she's in the inner temple, huh? Alright, well, time to move in. Suspension bridge. I want to go to the suspension bridge. Wow, look at this broken down old bridge. Nick? Yeah, and look at that big canyon below us. Hey, there's a river down there. Looks like it's flowing real fast. What's wrong, Nick? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm just not very good with heights. Oh, hey, I got it. Maybe you should face your fear and try hurling yourself off the edge. Why don't you try killing yourself, Nick? I'll fix it. Jesus, Maya. You know, 1, 2, 3, jump. It might just be what you need to get over your fear of heights. Yeah, death is a real good way to overcome phobias, alright. Anyway, it sure looks like a rickety bridge. Can't argue there. That's probably why it's called Dusty Bridge. Read it again, Maya. It says Dusky Bridge. Well, it's practically the same thing. Did her court sprite just flicker in? Yeah, I think it was supposed to try and show her looking over the edge. But they used it, which is a cool idea. It's just that, for some reason, when you click it, it skips through it. It's practically the same thing. There's a narrow path going down off into a different direction than that of the main hall. The sign here is so old, the text seems to have vanished. The path then leads to a wooden staircase that goes down to the bottom of the canyon. Okay, I'll write wooden staircase on it then. Do you really think that it's necessary? You'd have to be blind not to see the stairs. Well, it can't hurt. Just pass me a pencil, okay? Graffiti's a crime, Maya. And I am a lawyer. I will sue you. Some letters are engraved into a roughly cut boulder. The D-U-S-T-Y bridge, huh? It says Dusky Bridge, okay? Come on, Nick, take a look at the bridge and tell me that it's not supposed to be dusty. This sign is obviously wrong, and I'm going to fix it. Now give me a pencil, Nick. Do I look like a pencil holder to you? Jesus, leave the sign alone. For a minute then, I thought it was written in Comic Sans, but it isn't. It looks like it's written in Times New Roman. I only said Temple New Roman, which is wrong. I can't believe there's a public phone here. Who would ever use it? The people who live here, I guess? I doubt they have any real phones here. Yeah, but it looks like 20 minutes to walk here to from the main hall. It would have been smart for them to build the main hall here, don't you think? Maybe you should work on channeling someone who makes logical sense, Maya. Wow, why are they so mean to each other in this one? Come on, Nick. Why don't we hop across the bridge to be fun? I'm not so sure. It looks like a bunny hopping across the bridge would destroy it. Okay, Nick, then let's try to find a cute, fluffy little bunny and test your theory. That right there sums up the fundamental difference between sane and insane. She wants to put a bunny rabbit on a bridge to see if it will collapse. Wow. Looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. Guess that's where I'll be training tonight. You want to train with me, Nick? And do the special course? I think not. But it'd be great for you if you had spiritual powers too. Really? I see dead people sounds more like a cause for alarm to me. I just noticed there's like this weird like blue light or something over there, I guess. You're going each other's throats in this game, like you said. Yeah. Ooh, that's a big Magatama. With its paint peeling off. It looks like it's just mostly wood. So it's not a giant Magatama made of jade. It's just wood painted like one. The main hall. I think it's even colder in here. Achoo! Ah, Mr. Nick, do you smell that? It smells like meat and gravy. Yeah, you're right. I guess it's not. It's pot roast for tonight. Yum. Weird. I thought they would serve something a little more, well, traditional. What are you talking about, Nick? You think monks and nuns just sit around eating rice and gruel all the time? Mystic Maya is right. Ooh, I hope they have mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. What a cute little acolyte. Who is this? Oh, hi. You're another old lady. I guess I'd have to do... You're like a wizard. You have a staff. Greetings to all of you. Oh, hello. Wow, this lady makes Maya look like she's 6.8 out of 10 on the weirdness scale. Your outfit. Did you come here for the special course too? Unfortunately, no. Actually, I'm... Ah! You're Miss Elise... How do... Elise Donim, I think I'm supposed to say. Female Gandalf, yeah. Yes, that's right. You know me? My name is Pearl Fay. I'm your biggest fan. Who is she, Nick? I see it now. Zvari, a fortune teller. I've got all your books, Miss Donim. What a sweet little thing to say. And please, call me Elise. Books? Mr. Nick, don't you know anything? Don't you even know who this is? No, because I'm not a spirit channeler. Why would I know who a spirit channeler is? Well, an author, maybe? Yes, and an illustrator of picture books. For children? Picture books, huh? Oh, now I get it. I bet the writing on these sliding doors are instructions for spirit channeling. Kind of like how we scribbled math formulas on the bathroom walls to remember them. Except we couldn't go into the bathroom during tests, and I can't read these walls. Why would you write... What? Who writes math equations in bathrooms? No one. It's an altar. It looks a bit old, but sometimes someone does a good job taking good care of it. Speaking of altars, I remember seeing one like this in Karain Village last year. I guess they really do have something to do with spiritual power after all. There's that patented mirror you've always gotta have. There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with this tiny Magatama I've got, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under the hood. This bad boy has under 500,000 horsepower. Is that supposed to be sand or rice? There's a straw sabuton cushion ranged around a hibachi brazier. Are you going to explain any of what that is? I haven't seen a layout like this since I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. If it wasn't for this hibachi, they'd probably freeze to death. Okay, don't explain to me what it is then. It's a stack of straw zabuton cushions. Maya told me this type of zabuton is called an enza. I hope I suppose if I'd never come here, I'd have missed out of all these new things. At least he's looking on the bright side of this. Used to throw wet tissue into the ceiling. Oh man, that's illegal. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to get out of here, Sean. You're a criminal. Because every person did that in school. God damn it. The amount of tissues I saw on ceilings or on walls or on toilets or in bathrooms in school was just... Ugh. Plus the fact that the boys' toilets were always freaking dirty. Anyway, hi. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I don't get a lot of chances to read, to really enjoy picture books. It's alright, I take no offense to that. My books are nothing but simple stories for children. And really beautiful pictures too, Miss Elise. Your books always make me feel as if my heart has been purified. It makes me feel very happy to hear you say that. I do have to admit, she certainly seems like a kind and sensitive lady. Miss Elise won an award last year for her book, The Magic Bottle. Yes, a friend of mine secretly submitted a story I had written to the publisher. They liked it so much they asked me if it was alright to make it into a book. Wow, it must have been a really great story. Maybe I should try to write a children's book too. Because I want attention, I want money. If I do, you can secretly send it to publisher for me, Nick. Recently, I've accepted a sort of apprentice, you might say. An apprentice? He calls himself Laurice Donim. I believe he's off doing something landscape sketches now. On Laurice's behalf as well, I'd like to thank you for your support. Of course, Miss Elise, anything for you. Why did you come to the Hazakura Temple, Miss Elise? Are you here to do some spiritual training? It's not that, no. I'm actually here to gather materials for a new book I'm working on. Wow, I can't wait to read it. Pearls is completely taken with her. I wanted to do a book with a more Japanese feel to it this time. So is that why you're dressed like you are? The children have a certain image of me in their minds. I don't want to disappoint them. What can I say? She's a really sweet lady. Wow, Miss Elise, you're dressed up like a mountain nun. Yes, the good people here were kind enough to let me borrow this. I'm wearing training clothes underneath my robe as well. That's like literally saying, oh yes, I'm wearing clothes underneath this cloak. Great, I guess. I want a staff like that. You like the crystal sphere? It's a real amethyst, you know. If it's a real amethyst, that is freaking huge and would cost thousands of bucks. Maybe we'll find one like that up here in the mountains. Good luck, Nick. I know you'll find me one. Well, you'll have to excuse me now. I have to go help with the dinner preparations. Wow, you're cooking dinner tonight? That's right. Would you like to help too, Pearl? Yes, I want to help with whatever I can. Also, look like she just won the lottery. Oh, I'll help too then. No, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. Feel free to relax and explore the area with your friend. Huh? But... Oh, yes, please, take this. I think it'll be of help to you. Oh, man, a full bridge map. It's a map of the area. We wouldn't want you to get lost now, would we? The inner temple. There it is, on the other side of the bridge. Well, if you insist, I guess we'll take this chance to go check out the other temple. Okay, I'll see you two later then. Remember, you're not allowed to fight. Yes, I'll suddenly just start beating up Maya. Sure. Come on, Nick, let's go. At least we'll stay warm if we keep moving. Main gate. Oh no, not him. He was already in game. Thanks for confirming you're not a will. Yeah. Huh? Where did Sister Bikini go? I guess she went to go into the Inter-Temple to go help that other nun out. Oh, right. I think her name is Iris? Iris? Yeah, that was it. I want to find out who Iris really is, but I'm scared of what I'll find out. I'm pretty sure Maya would kick Wright's ass. I don't know. She keeps getting kidnapped and put on trial for murder she didn't commit. Although maybe she really did, and she's putting the blame on other people. I'm just imagining that all the times that we tried to get her out, she actually has been a killer. Like, she's actually killing these people and somehow is able to make it seem as though someone else did it and they themselves think they did it. She's using her mind channeling powers. Inner temple gate. Oh, they're wearing jackets. I guess they want to keep the stones cold or warm. Whoa, that bridge was shaking like jello in an earthquake. And at least half of the wood on that rickety bridge was rotten, I bet. Not to mention the last part had only one, like, board left on it. What's wrong with you? Your face is all green. Can you not pick up me for a second? I'm still trying to get over the shot that you made it safely across the death trap. Yeah, I guess I'm a bit surprised too. Ooh. Yikes, that temple is in bad shape. Looks like it could collapse at any minute. What are you talking about? We're literally only seeing the fence. I guess people don't use it too often. Is this really where you'll be going to train tonight? That has to be it. It's kind of creepy around here. Like a ghost might jump out at you or something. You literally speak to ghosts on the daily. What are you talking about? A spirit medium is afraid of ghosts. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? That's what I just said, but yes. Oh, wow, look at these neat Buddha statues. Maybe I'll take one home with me. Maya. But there's so many. They wouldn't even notice if I just took one. Are you kidding? Of course they'll notice. What are you going to do with one of those anyway? Put it in the office, of course. We could trade that wooden statue in the office reception area for one of these. You know, come to think of it, where did that wooden statue come from anyway? We have a wooden statue? I don't care how much you pay me. I don't want to cross that bridge again. No worries, Nick. No one's going to offer you any money. That's because no reasonable person would call that pile of popsicle sticks a bridge. The latter half of it was nothing more than a few planks of wood and some string. Hey, if we want to get back, we've got no choice but to cross it again, you know? Maybe I'll just stay. I've always dreamed of living in a little shack in the woods. Wow, you really are scared, aren't you? You know, maybe, just maybe, they should have built the freaking bridge out of more sturdy materials, rather than just leaving it as it is. I don't know, make a concrete bridge. Either that or she has x-ray vision for that fence. True. It looks like this bridge is suspended by 4 of these wires. They're really thin. Shouldn't they just be a little thicker? Oh, stop it. You're such a worrywart, Nick. If the bridge was really going to collapse, I'm pretty sure the boards would break before these wires ever did. What's wrong? You're turning into an overripe avocado again. You're not helping, Maya. Hey, there's a giant robot buried in the snow. Well, there's something buried in the snow, but I think it's an incinerator. Oh. But you gotta admit, it looks like a robot. Sure. Anyway, I don't think it's get used much. It's looking pretty rusty. Hey, Nick, do you think this giant robo-incinerator can walk? I told you, it's not a robot, and it's not especially big either. Ugh, you have no imagination. I thought it'd be real neat if you had to beat it to advance. A fight between a lawyer and an overgrown furnace? Who'd ever pay to see that? I mean, that'll be a fun watch, I guess. So that's the inner temple up ahead, huh? It looks like kind of run down. Well, it wouldn't be very temple-like if it was all bright and shiny. Wrong. That's just wrong, but okay. So you're training here tonight, huh? Yep. Then everyone will see my spiritual powers. Sounds like your stomach wants to show off its digestive powers instead. I wonder if that roast is ready yet. Looks like there's something written on it. I can't read it, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say it says Inner Temple. What's the point of the sign if you can't read it? Must be tough for the mailman when he's delivering here. I guess the sign is a good indication of how long this place has been here. Or something else. Hey, a half-open gate. That's practically a welcome mat. Hey, yeah, except the sign here says no entry. Nick, rules are made to be broken, you know. You expect a lawyer to go along with that? Oh, come on, you're such an old lady sometimes. Let's just go. Don't blame it on me when Sister Bikini puts a curse on you. Now you got me scared. Let's just forget about it, okay? Jeez, Maya. You're such an old lady sometimes. Oh, wait, that's because you are. Never mind. You two right relatable. What the fuck? We're in a mine. Why does this rock look? It's got like spirit trails going through it. That's kind of cool. Pretty sure that it's canon that the Fae kind of stingy with their money. Yeah, I remember you saying it before, and the fact that they have a money making system for their wall scrolls or something. Man, look at this place. It's just a tiny freezing cold room that's lopsided that I've just noticed. So this is where you'll both be training, huh? Huh? What do you mean both? I'm the only one. Really? But I thought... Buddy's just a little kid. She couldn't handle this kind of intense training. So says the girl who can barely hear her teeth chattering. Anyway, the real training room must be behind that door over there. This looks sketchy as hell. Yeah, it does. Yep, definitely getting the feeling it's back there. Even I can sense that there's something supernatural about the cavern behind that door. Imagine, just imagine, that the reason that why Phoenix can sense something is because he is spiritual. Huh? Imagine if someone like, let's say Edgeworth came into this room and he'd be like, huh, this is a weird room. Oh, well, he doesn't mention it. But Phoenix is like, I can sense something beyond this wall. You know? At this point, we seriously have to have a point where Phoenix is shown to have spiritual powers. There's way too many instances of him showing that he can talk to spirits on his own, without Maya or Pearl. Anyway, even I can sense there's something spiritual in the cavern. That, or is it because of the Magatama? I mean, it could be that, but hear me out. in the games before he had the Magatama, he still could talk to spirits. Like in the first game, he could hear Mia speaking from beyond the grave to be like, "No, there's more to this than that." Granted, it's not like a full premonition of the character right in front of him, but he can just hear her voice distant. Since he's got the Magatama, he's more in tune. Yeah, maybe. I could see it like maybe the Magatama is like being a focus, sort of like how a wand for a wizard in like the Harry Potter universe makes it so that you can focus your magic power better. So I can see that. Maybe it's like it's training him to be more attuned to the spiritual side of stuff, making it happen a lot more, which makes sense. I just wish they did more with it. I can't remember if they do more with it in the future games, but I really wish they did. Anyway, now that we've gone on a rant about that, back to the game. Oh, hi. Excuse me, but who are you? You're... Hi there. We're just looking around since we're going to be staying here tonight. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. Wonder why she spaced out like that, don't you, Nick? Did you say something, Maya? Not you too, Nick. My name is Iris. I'm one of the nuns here at this temple. I'm Maya Fey. It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure is mine. Oh, please excuse me. I have some, chores to attend to. You scared her off, Maya. She sure is beautiful. And a bit spacey, I guess. I guess she's just not used to talking with urban sophisticates like us. Nick? That girl. It can't be, but... Look at this antique dresser. I wonder if there's anything valuable inside. Let's have a look. Huh, nothing. Just a bunch of clothes. Hey, Nick. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Oh, about Iris, I bet. Looks like you've been a bit bitten by the love bug, Nick. The actual trading area must be on the other side of this door. I wonder what it's like. Ooey, it's locked tight. Come on, Nick, you know you want to open it for me. I can't. You've been in a kind of bad mood lately, haven't you, Nick? Zvari. I know what it is. IRIS. I only said the IRS. Dynamic, we don't know much about Wright's parents or family. True. Perhaps he's related to the Fey clan. What if... This is just throwing out there. What if Misty Fey is her mother? Huh? She did disappear when she was but a child. Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense, because if she did, then the Phoenix and Maya would be the same age nearly. Never mind, I retract my statement. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm coming up with harebrained schemes that won't work. Iris and Nick sitting in a tree. Kissing. A hanging scroll. Doesn't look like that old. What is it? Why did you scream like that? This scroll. It's my mother. What? That's a nice drawing, actually. That's really nice. It's Misty Fey, the master of the Korean School of Channeling. Are you sure? Yes, that crest on top of the scroll. That's a special mark of the Master of Tradition. So that's what the mark means. What is it? Nothing. It's just that I last saw her over 15 years ago. If it wasn't for that crest, I wouldn't have known it was her. My own mother, and I can't even recognize her face. Maya. It's evidence. It must be important at some point. It's a hanging wall scroll showing Maya's mother, Misty Fey. It's not that old. The crest at the top is the official mark of the Master. I wonder if this temple has some sort of connection to the Fey family. And if so, why didn't they react to you if they knew that? Thinking that he was one of the sons that left with his father, would often leave career vision. That is true. The only problem with that is that it would then make it a bit weird if Maya and Phoenix end up getting together at some point. Because then it's pretty much, hey, we're cousins. Let's bang, okay? We're not in Utah or whatever it is, or whatever the thing is. Kansas? One of the American places. Anyway, I think it does, actually. Supposedly, it was founded by a branch family member of the Crane School. I'll have to ask Bikini. I hate that her name is Bikini. Can we please call her something else? In more detail when I get the chance. About Maya and the Faye family in general. What's this? There are a bunch of musty-looking blankets and bedding sits piled up here. I wonder why they're even here in the first place. It's because its all spiritual training is done under the supervision of a nun. I wonder if Sister Bikini is planning to sleep in here while I train. But if they sleep, then what's the point of them having it here in the first place? I think that's everything in this room. It would work if Wright X Miles is canon. Come on, that's always going to be canon. I just don't understand why they couldn't just level off this freaking room. It's really off-putting. Like, the actual training room is behind this door, but it's at an angle where the rest of the room is level. It just looks wrong. All right, X Francisco. True. Back to the suspension bridge. Whew, we managed to make it across Dusty Bridge. Nick, you look green. Are you feeling all right? Hey, what's wrong with you? Ever since we met Sister Iris at the training hall, you've been really quiet. Huh? Oh, sorry. Hey, you, wait up! You think he's yelling at us? He must be. There's no one else around. Would you mind moving? You're standing right in my way. Hi. Hey, I know you. You're... Whoa, sorry. Gotta run. See ya. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Laurie Donim. Liar, you're Larry. Your clothes might change, but you're still the butts. Shut up. I'm Louise. And I'm here to just do a sketch of Dusky Bridge. So it really is our Larry. Not that I get why he's pretending to be someone else. Can we push him on the bridge? So what are you doing here with the last name Donim? Well, I wanted to start over again with a clean slate. A clean slate? Remember, don't you, last time? The Master Mass case. After that, I started to realize I don't like this guy known as Larry Butts. And that's when I came across it, the Book of Destiny. The Book of Destiny? Do you mean the Magic Bottle by Mies Delise Donim? It's so beautiful, so moving, so gentle. My heart felt cleansed. I was saved. Maybe I should buy a copy of the Magic Bottle. Wow. Larry would make a great book salesman. I really want to get that book now too. Bought the exact same thing, yeah. She's the most wonderful person I've ever met. I'd follow her anywhere. Well, she's certainly a very elegant lady. You see? Here's a photo I took of her in secret. Now you're just being creepy. That's actually a really good photo. What the hell? Why is there a castle behind her? Wow, that's a beautiful photo. You want a copy, don't you? It's okay. I just happen to have made extra prints. Okay, Larry, you've gone beyond the pale now. Still, it's kind of hard to imagine you as a picture book illustrator. So tell the truth, you must have some kind of ulterior motive, right? What are you talking about? I don't trust anyone anymore, especially not women. Talk about a bad case of denial. Anyway, can you even draw well enough to make a picture book? Art isn't only about technical skill, you know. It's also about having a pure heart. And that's why I'm asking. Can you draw well enough to make a whole book? Now that you mention it, I wonder. Looks like you still have some doubt in your heart. It's true, I do. But when I first saw her, I felt it. Something inside me ended and something else began. Oh, Larry. It sounds like you've fallen in love with Miss Elise Donim. No, you're wrong. It's not her. It's the other girl. Other girl? Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Hey, you want to see my lawyer badge? Hey, I know I'm not a look like it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't look a radiant or beautiful motive. Hey, my badge is beautiful and radiant. You take that back. Picky, aren't you? Whoops. Wow, you're even cuter than the last time I saw you. Oh, really? Yeah, you look like a totally different person, don't you think so, Nick? Maybe it's because we're always together, but she looks pretty much the same to me. Just because you can draw well doesn't mean people will like it. True. Hey, I remember her. That's Maya's big sister. Wow, you really do remember. Yeah, who could forget a couple of gorgeous sisters? Hubba hubba. You hear that, Nick? Gorgeous. Oh yeah, that's right. When I defended Larry, Mia was still alive. That's an old point, though. Whoops. I haven't seen her in a while, so I bet she's gotten a lot bigger. Well, it's only been 4 months since we've celebrated Ron's non-guilty verdict. Maybe so, but kids these days grow up so fast. She hasn't changed a bit as far as I can tell. Come on, Nick. I really doubt that. You just don't know because you don't pay well enough attention, that's all. Sometimes I really worry about what goes on inside this guy's head. She seems really motherly, doesn't she? What do you mean, seems motherly? She is my mother. She's your what? I'm gonna have to take a pass in answering that one. Wait a second. Why is he getting off so easy this time? Is he? I hope he's joking, because that wouldn't make any sense. May not draw that well, but people will like it because you can see impression and an effort you put into it. Yeah, true. Also, Lisa's really something. She's like a mother to me. Yeah, you can tell from the kindness reflected in her eyes. When I first looked into her eyes, I just couldn't help it. I started blabbering about all the bad things I'd done in my life. She just laughed the gentle laugh of hers and listened. Are you sure she wasn't just laughing at you? Oh yeah, her, my little Iris. She's really pretty. This girl, she's perfect. She's exactly my type. I wonder if she would be a model for me. I want to draw a portrait of her. Yeah. You always like those model types, don't you, Larry? Hey, wait a sec. Didn't you say you were swearing off women? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Of course I have. I have basically, but Iris is different. I feel like I've just still have one of my chants left in my dream. This guy will never change. Everyone. It's Pearl. Hey, Pearly. Dinner preparations are complete. Please come quickly to the main hall. All right. I can't wait to dig in, Pearly. I'm going to go to the inner temple and call Sister Iris. I also want to have a look at where Mr. Maya's going to be training. And then she fell off the bridge and was never seen again. Bye. February 7th, 7:46. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you sure it's alright to eat that much before your training? Well, this kind of training is a battle of endurance. Mystic Maya, please don't do anything that might put your health at risk. No pain, no gain, I guess. I'm still worried about you. Well. Let's not dilly-dally, shilly-shally. You must get ready for tonight. Good luck, Maya. Alright, here I go. I'll see you all tomorrow, I guess. Iris, please ring the bell at 10 for the lights out, alright? Yes, Sister Bikini. And then after you ring the bell, I want to come down, join us at the training hall. I understand, Sister Bikini. Maya and Bikini really seem excited about this training thing tonight. Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? Well, if you'd like, I can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? I'd love to. Charles is absolutely smitten with Miss Donim. You keep mentioning that. Are you feeling left out, Phoenix? Do you want to have like a relationship with Pearls in a way where you like her, like a father figure or something? So, Larry, what are you going to do? Huh? Me? Well, I'm just going to hang out in my room. I can't stand the cold at all. I totally hear you there. Miss Elise, so, for example, how do you read this? It says... It's either going to say gravely or gravely. It's kind of a tough word. Oh, okay. What about this one? That's another tough one. It says roast. What kind of book is she reading anyway? Well, I'm going to go wash the dishes and help clean up. I'll go with you, visit you when I'm done, Miss Elise. I had to catch up on chat a bit. Got a dark spoiler from the original script in the case if you're interested. I blacked out for a moment. If it doesn't spoil anything, sure, I guess. Although you just said it's a dark spoiler, so I guess no. I guess no. Sorry, I forgot. I just forgot what I read. February 7th. But I would say put a pin in it, so then when the point comes up where the spoiler is not as relevant anymore, like we already see it, then you can tell us. That'll be fine then. 9:12 p.m. Ugh, there's a whole different type of cold up here in the mountains. Why do I have to take... Why couldn't the nearest bathroom just be a little closer to my room? Mr. Wright? Ah! Oh, hi. Oh, Mr. O'Nim, are you going to use the bathroom too? No, but have you seen Pearl? No, not since after dinner. I thought she said she was going to go to your room. I know, but she never showed up. I'm going to go look for her. Excuse me. Miss Elise O'Nim, a woman as mysterious in origin as her last name. But the really mysterious one is... Oh. Sister Iris. Good evening. The really mysterious one is this girl. Are you on your way to the bathroom too, Mr. Wright? I can't let this chance pass me by. I should try to talk with her and maybe get some answers. She just took off her hood, I guess. Your sister Iris, right? Yes. Why is she blushing like that? So, when did you come to Hazakura Temple? I don't remember. Ever since I was a small child, the temple has been my home. So you've never left? Well, I don't have any family left to take care of me. Sister Bikini, I've come to think of her as my real mother, as it were. Ah, I see. But you didn't you go to college? And maybe enroll in the Ivy University Literature Department? No, I've never had an interest in going to a big university like that. My training is as dull, all the education I need. I see. But once in a while, when I get the chance, I make a trip to the nearby town. I can use a computer and a cell phone, too. That's not exactly something worth bragging about, but I don't see any Cyclops. So I guess that means she's not lying. Please don't stare at me like that. What kind of place is this anyway? I heard it's for training to increase your spiritual power or something like that. It must be awfully crazy to know people like you. Well, I have to admit, it's a whole different world up here. I'm glad to hear you say that. Huh? Talking with dead people? Who doesn't help anyway? I hate it. Really? So then why stay in a place like this? Ah, is something wrong? I didn't realize it was so late. I have to go and ring the bell for lights out. I guess it is almost 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. now, huh? Mr. Wright? Yes? If it's alright with you, I would like you to have this. But this is your hood. It has the power to protect you from evil spirits. Come to think of it, Sister Bikini was wearing one of these too. I pray for your safety in this dark, cold night. Do you think that was going to happen? Is that why you're giving this to me? Are you in on it? Magical hood said to offer protection from evil spirits. I'm sorry, but I must bid you good night. Okay, good night. Wait a minute, Sister Iris? Yes? Just now, you called me by my name. You said Mr. Wright. How did you know my name? I never introduced myself to you. That's... Mr. Iris, please, tell me the truth. You and I... Have we ever met before? Oh... It's a $5! Iris. Oh, it's almost 10 a.m. or p.m. Whatever. Perhaps we can speak again tomorrow. So my hunch was correct. She does know me. I'll have to try to talk with her again tomorrow. Did he ever find the toilet, or did he just go straight back to his room? Ah! What the? That blood-colored string came from the courtyard. February 7th, 11:06 p.m. Oh, great, another murder. That scream. I'm sure it came from around here. Ah! Someone over there. On the ground. Mr. O'Neill! Squish. I just stepped on something soft. Hey, don't step on me, Tommy, like that. What are you doing lying on the snow? I was passed out. What do you think? So that blood-colored stream was you? Forget about that. Hurry up and call the police. Is there even a phone in the main hall? No, but we still get reception up here in the mountains. Let's call on a cell phone. Or you must have a cell phone on you, right? I didn't bring it with me. Oh, you're useless. I mean, even Iris had a cell phone. Got no choice. You have to use the public phone on Dusky Bridge. Hurry, hurry. Run as fast as you can. Yes, ma'am. If you don't hurry, Iris will. Iris will. Iris will what? Hope he has some spare trousers. It's farther than I thought. The bridge is just up ahead. I have to go tell Maya about what happened too. Ah! The bridge is on fire! Dusky Bridge is burning down. What the heck happened? What are you doing here? Ah! Oh? What is it? Is it me? Don't scare me like that, Larry. I almost had a heart attack. My name isn't Larry, it's Laurice. Larry, hurry up and call the police. I'm gonna go to the inner temple. Don't be stupid. The bridge is nothing but a burning wreck right now. Listen to me. There's been a murder here at Hazakura Temple. What? The murderer might have fled across the bridge. I have to go make sure Maya is safe. But, please, call the police. I've got to go. Get out of my way, Larry. It's too dangerous, Nick. Wait! This is the moment when, like, Phoenix is just like, fuck it, I've got to be a badass again. Like, he breaks down a door in the second game. He runs across a burning bridge in this one. Jesus, man. That must have been crazy. I knew how dangerous it was, but I still went for it. Ah, Nick! Weakened even more by the fire, the rickety old bridge's planks snapped and gave way. And as I was swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded me, a final, terrified scream rose up to pierce the frozen air of that harrowing night. And Phoenix died. The end. Good job, everyone. That was the end of that game. Oh, man. That went to hell fast. Like, that was like the last, 5 minutes. Everything, she's dead, bridge is on fire, Phoenix falls into the water, everyone dies. How long have we been going for? 2 hours, yeah. I think this would probably be a good place to stop then. Date unknown, time unknown, location unknown. Who could that be at this time of night? I can't pause it right now because of this. Oh, I'm playing as Edgeworth. Okay. I mean, I could skip it because then I could just be like, we can save this for next time. So skip it. Ah! We're not reading any of this. Skip it. You don't know anything, guys. You didn't see nothing. No one saw anything from that case part. So, yes, we will stop there for today. We shall pick this up next week, Wednesday, where we will see what happens, if Phoenix survives, whether other people die, whether Maya's okay, or all that other stuff. So for now, we'll stop there for today. We'll pick it up on Wednesday, like I said. And thank you all for joining for today. Hope everyone enjoyed. It's been fun. This last case is going to be a doozy, guys, so be prepared for that when we get back to it. As usual, if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, do that bell notifications so you know when the next stream. And if you want to help support me, there's links to Patreon and tips. And if you do become a patron, you get your name added to this list of patrons, such as with Hiroru Kuni, where I thank you for the key support, and you get this shout out for you. And yeah. So we'll be back next week, Tuesday, with Baldur's Gate, and we'll be back with this on Wednesday, around about the same time. So, hope you all had a nice day. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you all next time. Y'all have a nice rest of the week and nice weekend. And yeah, until then, y'all take care. And stay safe. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney. Yeah. Bye, Sean. Bye, anyone else still here. See you next time. Bye-bye.